Right now would be a fantastic time for him to play that. Force Storm does 3 damage to target player. Oh, that too. Sure. Where are you, Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt. Okay. And we get to see his hand again. So look at them, all 4 of them right there. And he has a Skull Crack. Players can't gain life. Okay. And a Shard Volley. Okay. And he has 2 lands. Well, goodbye, Lightning Bolt. What else does he have in here? He has some Atarka's Command, Boros Charm, Swift Spear. Yeah, okay. Pretty normal. And that's going to be it. And we will ship the turn to our opponent and let him play a deck that has quite a bit less value. The next thing we can probably be grabbing is stuff like grabbing a Lava Spike or grabbing Rift Bolt, getting rid of stuff. Actually, we could probably even grab creatures out of his deck because that's going to slow him down as well if we run into this situation again where we're able to grab stuff out of his deck. Desecration Demon. We're going to actually play Vampire Nighthawk. Might as well get some creatures onto the board. I mean, he can obviously spend time and energy to get rid of it, but I don't think it's going to be that valuable for him to... Well, no, it might actually totally going to be valuable. He's going to want to get rid of this guy like immediately because we're going to start getting life from him. So he's probably going to just... Yeah, there you go, Shard Volley. Called it. Because if he didn't, yeah, we'll start getting life and it'll slow him down a lot. So Skullcrack doing us another couple damage, and he has 2 cards in hand. He has 2 more lands. He has this and 1 more. So we don't know what he has as his other card. You know what? I would love to keep this guy, but I think we're just gonna play him for his not so fancy mana cost and ship the turn. Get something on the table, at least we can start swinging for damage. Hopefully slowly grind him down. What we really do need is that one of those cards is going to help us gain life, because we're kind of getting dangerously... We're getting into this kind of danger zone when you're playing against a deck that has a lot of burn in it. Strange danger, if you know what I'm talking about here. And does our opponent play anything? He does not. It is our turn, and we are going to now make our opponent have a little bit less of a good day. We're going to play Desecration Demon this round, this round. But first of all, we're going to go 2 for the face, and he's either going to deal with it or let us do some damage. Probably let us do some damage. I mean, whatever, 2 damage is relatively inconsequential. Main phase, Desecration Demon. Hello there. And this is going to be a little bit harder for our opponent to deal with because he's not going to be able to burn it away so quickly. Ooh, that means one of the cards he recently drew is a mount. That is going to suck for him. Hey, Goblin Guide. Neat. I don't think he's going to swing in with it. That doesn't make sense for him to do that because I'll just jump block, or I'll chump block and kill it. Just fine. Just fine. Yeah, so we're doing good. Oh, second one. Okay, so we can either play a second Desecration Demon, or we can get rid of this guy. I think getting rid of this guy is going to be a way better option. So make our opponent sack a creature. Good thing you played a Goblin Guide. It goes away. Okay, let's go to combat. Give our opponent a taste of poundage to the face. You go, you go. Everyone attacks. Everyone gets face poundings. And our opponent is down to 2, which is totally fine by me. There's actually a couple cards we can draw now that could just straight up kill our opponent. If we draw one of those 2 Sign and Bloods we left in, we could actually just kill our opponent, which is something you don't generally see in black decks. A form of direct damage. Not a very good one, I'll give it that, but direct damage nonetheless. Swift Spear. Oh, that's exciting. Our opponent's going to have a bad day as well. So our opponent's going to be like, okay, sweet, I'm going to attack him with Swift Spear. She's probably not. I bet he's going to hold on to it. We'll wait. If he does go to combat with it, we'll just dismiss it. See, again, this deck is good against decks like this. Oh, and our opponent scoops. Our opponent just can't take the heat. Moving into round 3, we are going to see if we can actually win this one. I think we can, because I think we just proved that we can actually totally win against what we're playing against. And we are totally going to keep this. Goblin Guide. Okay, that is going to be not a bad card for us to be dealing with, actually. To be quite honest, actually, because if he's going to swing in with us and we're going to be getting extra lands down, we're going to be able to compress our opponent even faster, which I'm 100% okay with, to be honest. Goblin Guide, yes. What do you reveal? What do you reveal? Lost Legacy was revealed. Okay, well, that is not a land, but it will definitely pin our opponent down when it comes time for our turn. Okay, main phase for us. Let's just kill Goblin Guide. I think that's going to be our best bet. So, disfigure, Goblin Guide, goodbye. Fun seeing you, fun having you go away, especially because our opponent paid a bunch of life to have you on the table, which is okay with me. Ship the turn. What does our opponent play this turn? He plays another Stomping Grounds. Nope. Is it another Stomping Grounds? Yeah, it's totally another Stomping Grounds. Does he play it untapped? Untapped at that as well. So our opponent's basically doing all of our work for us. Sure, Lava Spike. I'm okay with that. Ooh. Our options are Sign in Blood to draw more cards, which I kinda don't want to do because losing 2 life could be the win or lose against a deck like this. So I think playing Duress is actually going to be the better bet for us. And we may use this to finish our opponent off. We'll see. We'll see. That's the kind of the loose plan at this time. Next turn we're obviously going to be playing. Yeah. So our opponent decides to Lightning Bolt our face, so we can't pull Lightning Bolt out of his hand, which is probably a good choice for him. Otherwise I would have just been like, hey, goodbye Lightning Bolt. What do I think? I think Boros Charm is going to be the best bet because it'll 4 damage to us, which is a little bit more than I would like to be taking. And ship the turn to our opponent. Grabbing Skullcrack isn't going to be a terrible idea, but probably going to be grabbing Lightning Bolt when we play Lost Legacy, just because I would rather not deal with Lightning Bolt down the road, or we could Duress again. This is also an option. What do I think? Duress or Lost Legacy? I think, yeah, Lost Legacy is going to be the better bet. So does our opponent... What is he going to play? Save another Lightning Bolt. Skullcrack. Lightning Bolt. Goodbye. I know he obviously has one in the graveyard, so we're not getting complete value, but we are getting some value. So he has Searing Blaze, which I'm actually not at all concerned about. So our opponent is at this point kind of pinned down. We're obviously at 9 life, so we aren't in as good a spot as we could be, but we're not in a bad spot. Our opponent is really kind of not in the best position right now. If he plays anything creature-wise, we're just gonna blow it away. I mean, unless he plays, well, even if he plays like a Swiss Spear, he's gonna get some damage in, but he's not gonna get enough damage in that we're actually gonna be in a bad spot. Sign in Blood, I really don't want to play Sign in Blood though. So we're 1 short to play Desecration Demon, so let's just Duress our opponent. We'll just get rid of more stuff out of his hand. And as much as I would love to play Sign in Blood, we just can't take that risk, right? So he's going to play one of the cards in his hand just to use it up. Might as well play it rather than me get rid of it out of his hand. And then we will get rid of the other card in his hand, which I believe is Blaze. Ship the turn. Hopefully our opponent won't just keep drawing into huge damage spells, because we're at that risk now where our opponent can just really play 2 burn spells and kill us in 2 turns, which is a complete possibility. This is almost equally as bad, but if he does show up a mountain for us, or a swamp, sorry, it actually could be pretty good. Yeah, so we will Doomblade it, and it is, oh, it is a land! We get to draw it! Yeah, sweet, check that out. So we basically get a free draw for him playing a creature. Congratulations, opponent, you are helping us out, and, well, that's also a land, which is okay. We are going to play Desecration Demon, which is going to now really start flipping the odds for our opponent on this game. At this point, though, I'm a little bit concerned about playing Sign in Blood unless he can actually add 2 life, because he's going to be able to draw cards. We'll kind of be on the rocks on that one. We'll see how it plays out. And shipping the turn to our opponent, we'll see what they do. See if they have anything to pull this out, because this is going to be really hard to deal with. Obviously his deck relies on damage. That is going to suck a little bit for us, but I don't think it's going to suck as much as us playing, just swinging it with Desecration Demon. Let's go to our turn and see what happens. So, our options are Doomblade, get rid of it. He's sitting at 4 life, which means if he draws a Boros Charm, we're dead. If he draws a Tarkus Command, we're not dead, but we're darn close to it. I think we're going to pass the turn to our opponent and see how this works out. Ideally, he'll burn himself down a little bit for us. That would make my life much happier. What does our opponent decide he wants to do? So he's playing another one. Huh. Yeah, I think we kind of have to. Sitting on 2 of these guys it's just going to be impossible for us. We're going to play 1 spell and be dead, basically. So we're going to go down to 4. And our opponent will go down. There's a bunch of cards we can draw. But at this point, I don't know what we're necessarily going to do. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. What do we draw? Depends how we draw. Angler. Ooh, yeah. That's exactly what we want to play. Because it is not going to be affected by that guy. That's neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1. Combat time. Does our opponent sacrifice? He does not. Okay, well, let's go to attack. And we are going to swing in with our Desecration Demon because 6 to the face is going to be not very fun for our opponent. Yeah, we're at risk of dying right now because he draws a Boros Charm. We're dead, which is scary for us. So what does our opponent do? Our opponent doesn't play anything. Second main phase? No, they don't play anything. So I think we actually have this in the bag. Beginning of combat. Our opponent has the option of sacking his creature. He does not. We swing it with both things, and then we basically cast Sign in Blood and give it to our opponent, which makes him lose the game, theoretically. Because he obviously has to block, which is going to get rid of this guy for us, which means we can cast spells without having to worry about losing our life. So yeah, if our opponent doesn't block, he's going to be Signed in Blood and dead. So obviously he has to block this guy. And now we just Sign in Blood our opponent's face to death. How's that? Direct damage in black. Boom! Giant Monster Games wins the match. There we go, guys. Our opponent has lost. So here you go. This is proof that budget decks aren't necessarily that terrible. Obviously, they're not going to go 4-0 in a tournament or something like that, but they do very well against decks that are good paired up against them. Decks that are running creatures or rely on creatures generally don't stand a chance against our deck because we're completely designed at pinning our opponent to the ground and then just kind of stomping on them with giant creatures. But I just want to put one thing in perspective before we actually wrap up this entire match. These cards are worth more than our entire deck. These 3 lands are worth more than our entire deck. Like, just think about that for a second. There you go. I mean, budget decks, they have potential to play. They have potential to win games. Don't be scared to, like, put this deck together or put some of these decks together. I mean, some of the decks I put together are not as strong as this one. This is actually pretty strong. The last week's one was very strong as well. So they're good. I mean, they're worth playing. They're fun to play. I enjoy playing Control, specifically black Control is very fun. So yeah, that's me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Giant Monster Games. And until next time, don't forget to game like a giant monster.
Lord Raven. So, Standard Showdown seems awesome. Hopefully your LGS is participating. Oh, we have a new subscriber, Pitrick. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Let's give a big scoops cheer for Pitrick. So, Standard Showdown is super sweet. It's like free value. Those packs are absurd. The 3-card packs they're handing out, they're essentially like the treasure chest, except better. You don't have to get random horrible cards, like random commons and uncommons. They're all good cards because it's 2 rares or mythics and a foil, and the rate of getting Expeditions or the Masterpiece series cards is seriously off the chart. It is so high. It's like 1 in 33. And yeah, so your odds, like if you want to open a Masterpiece series card, those packs are like your way to go. I'm really curious. I expect most people will just crack them, but I would not be surprised to see some slip into like eBay and stuff, and I'm really curious to see what they will sell for, because just that rate on getting an Expedition is extremely high. So Standard Showdown is a tournament series on Saturdays, starting then in November for like a month. So you go to your local gaming store, and on top of like a regular standard tournament, Wizards is sending these standard showdown boosters to give away as prizes. They're also going to be given away as like buy a box promos over the holiday season. So, and they seem like they're stuffed with value, and they're additional value, which is what makes them awesome compared to the treasure chests on Magic Online. On Magic Online, it felt like they took away value and replaced it with these high variance treasure chests, when the standard showdown boosters are just pure upside. There's no downside. You get all your regular prizes, plus you just randomly get these packs that have an extremely high rate of having Masterpiece Series cards. We have the subscriber button, awesome dude. I don't know about a donate button. So anyway, we're going to Modern today to play this Mono Black Control card. I don't remember exactly what was in the Uggin's Fate packs. These packs are 3 cards. You get 2 standard legal rares or mythics, and one foil. And that foil slot can contain a Masterpiece Series card. Brewski181, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Let's give a big scoops cheer for Brewski181. So, I don't know. I have tried to figure out exactly... Well, thank you, Armored Shoes. I'm glad that I'm enjoyable. I've tried to figure out how many game stores there are, because then we could estimate supply on stuff like that. I think that it will have some impact on the price, and these are expeditions, so even the Battle for Zendikar ones are in there. So this can be the fetch lands and everything, and I think the supply will be high enough that it will do something. How much of an impact, I'm not sure, because I can't really judge exactly how many of these are going to be released, but yeah, that is weird that they don't have Oath of the Gatewatch cards. I should do voice acting. Well, if you're putting together an animated show or movie and looking for a voice actor, you'll have to let me know. Anyway, let's get through our reminders so we can talk about this deck. Of course, most importantly, well, I don't know about most importantly, but first off, MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube, where you can find all of our old streams, including our 3-0 with with the Modern Masters draft deck that y'all rated a 2 to 2.5, something like that. So you can find all the old streams there. And if you're looking for tokens or t-shirts, or just want to support the site, check out the merch page. We got tons of options. And of course, our sponsor, Wizardry Foundry, they're doing a raffle giveaway. You can win a 15-card booster pack of Eldritch Moon. Follow the link. You can sign up for the contest, get a chance of winning your booster. Also, pre-orders are ending soon on the Grimoire deck boxes, so check them out. Big thanks to them for supporting the stream. And one different announcement before we get to the deck. Thursday is our celebration stream. Normal time, all that stuff, but celebration stream for being partnered and also for getting 10,000 followers. So it's going to be a audience battle stream, essentially, spell slinging, more or less. So if you want to battle me in Standard or Modern or Momir, plan on Thursday at the normal time will be your chance. I'm going to have some random budget Magic decks and against odds decks made up. I think I'm going to do a straw poll. So how it's going to work is someone challenges me. They get to pick what format they want to challenge me in. I think I'm going to put up a straw poll so people can vote on what deck I'm going to play. And then if you beat me in our match, you get a free set of signed tokens. So you have to like send me your address or whatever, and we'll get you some signed tokens. Yes, a fight to the death. All right, so what swamps are we using? Sweet ones. I just got these Spencer swamps today, actually, from Invasion. So those are our swamps. But this deck is... I know I've tried to do Mortal Kombat, but people don't vote for it. I would like to play Lantern Control at some point. I am a fan of Lantern Control. Yeah, I like these swamps. They're pretty sweet. Hey, welcome, Blizzard Spectre. So this deck is essentially mono black control for Modern, and there's no real combo or anything like that. This is essentially, what set was it, Stu? When I think it was Vintage Masters release, there was actually a time when the queues were plus EV for Vintage Masters on Magic Online, but you had to play Legacy 2-player events, I believe it was. So I actually built a Legacy burn deck so I could jam as many matches as possible, because literally you could come out ahead. There were people, they were such good value that there were people that were like getting their friends to play against them so one of them could scoop and they would get the pack because they were actually positive EV that much. We have a new subscriber, Kinkibu. Kinkibu, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. So, no, as far as challenging me, we'll do it mostly through the chat, and also you can challenge me on Magic Online. But basically, we'll set it up through the chat. We'll challenge for a match on Magic Online, and then the chat will be able to vote on what deck I'm going to play after we know the format we're going to do. Anyway, this deck, we got to get into our league. No Nykthos, no Gray Merchant. Those are two cards that a lot of people asked about. I think Atraxa Super Friends could be sweet. I think it's one of the better Super Friends commanders. How many hours do I get to sleep a night? Oh, 2 or 3. No, I sleep normal amount of hours, I think. So what we have going on is no real combos. We're pretty much playing just efficient stuff at every point on the curve. We have discard on turn 1, turn 2, more discard, removal, Mortar Pods, of course. Mortar Pod's like our combo piece because it lets us sack this Abyssal Persecutor, sack our Hanger back to get some tokens. I mean, that's not really a combo, but it's got some synergies in the deck. And then 3 drops, Lilianas and Geralf's Messengers, and then the 4 drops are the big payoff. We have insane 4 drops, Phyrexian Obliterators, Kalitas, Trader of Get, and Abyssal Persecutor. Apparently Kalitas is actually how you're supposed to say that, which is weird because that's how I said it to mock Gletus for his entire life, but apparently that's the correct pronunciation. And then a Batter Skull for some life gain. So we just kind of like play efficient stuff, value our opponent. Sideboard is a bunch more removal, Disfigures for early game, Hero's Downfall for late game, Sadistic Sacrament to fight against combo decks, I guess, is our answer to like Scape Shifts and stuff. Leyline of the Void to stick it to Dredge, Mutilates, and Knight of Souls Betrayal. So we're going to give this a shot. I don't know. There is no Nykthos. This is a list from our instant deck tech, so I didn't actually build this. Nykthos could be good, but we're not really like... Nykthos is clunky with Messenger in Obliterator, and we don't have any big mana payoffs. I guess we got Hangerback Walker, but we don't really have any like big X spell or anything to really use a ton of mana for. So I don't know. We're gonna try it like this, see how it goes. I think I'm gonna try a friendly Modern League because I have not played a single match with this deck. No, Tickle Fight. We are playing Mono Black Control in Modern. Mono Black Control. Yeah, alright. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully it's sweet. Yeah, Lilianas are a bit more expensive than I'd like. Good news is they feel like a slam dunk for Modern Masters 2017. I would be really surprised if Liliana wasn't one of the face cards of that set. I mean, I guess it's possible that it's not, but it seems very likely. If I had to pick my most likely cards, Liliana and Snapcaster are very high up my list of shoo-ins for Modern Masters 2017. So hopefully we'll get some cheaper Lilianas then, and that would make things easier. What's up, Roberti? Roberti90. Should I remember you? Alright, here we are, heading into round 1 of our Modern League with the Mono Black Control. Do I think they'll reprint Liliana and not reprint Goyf? So they've reprinted Goyf every single Modern Masters. They could do it again. We have a new subscriber, Yoshi Stomper. A good Mario flavored name. Welcome to the Fishbowl, Yoshi Stomper. And thank you for your subscription. Give a big scoops cheer for Yoshi Stomper. If the stream is black, I would try... Oh, I forgot to update the record. If the stream is black, I would just refresh, and that should take care of it. We're not Modern Masters drafting. We are mono black controlling in Modern. All right, record fixed. Get this lined up so we can...
MVP.
There we go. All right, so we get to play first, which is good. What do I think about spawning pool in Modern? I mean, I guess it's a card. I guess this hand's fine. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Collective Brutality or Hangerback into Jarl's Messenger. Seems reasonable. Opponent's going to 6, makes our Thoughtseize even a little better.